Is it supposed to come on?
It's the opposite of what it's supposed to do, Alyx.
What do I do now?
Well, don't panic. Well, stop panicking if
I'm
you
not
are.
panicking.
Yes, but I am.
Here is a different kind of video for you guys. As you all know, a few days back, Half-Life Alyx arrived on Steam for Windows. I was curious to see how it would perform on a supported Mac, so today I present just that, my experience running Half-Life Alyx on a 2019 5K iMac. Disclaimer, I'm sorry about the gameplay setup. My office is not ideal for VR, so I had to use quick turn with the controller and shift movement to move. I'm sorry if that is disorientating for your eyes. Half-Life Alyx is not supported natively on macOS. You need to install Windows 10 via Boot Camp to get it working. Then you would need a supported Mac to actually play the game. And let's just say, you'll need a really powerful Mac to run this game well. Here is a list of Macs that I have compiled that should run the game well. So pause the screen now to see if your machine falls within that list. Plus, you'll need a VR supported headset for the game. Pause the video now for a list of devices. If you didn't know, almost every single Valve game up to this point has been available to play natively on Mac. And while I never expected Half-Life Alyx to be ported to Mac, I didn't think it would be impossible, seeing that macOS does have plug-and-play support for HTC Vive head-mounted display. In fact, I've tested a few Mac VR games under Steam VR, and they work fine with my HTC Vive headset. However, the amount of VR games on Mac is laughable. So who knows if Valve even contemplated macOS support during development. Anyway, with Windows 10 installed via Boot Camp and my HTC Vive headset ready to go, booting up Half-Life Alyx and getting into the action was easy. As I said in the beginning of the video, I have an iMac Retina 5K 27-inch from 2019. It has a 3.6 GHz 8-core Intel Core i9 processor, a Radeon Pro Vega 48 8GB graphics card, and 16 GB of RAM. I decided to run the game at medium fidelity. You see, playing at high fidelity was playable. However, during more challenging scenarios, the frame rate would on the very off occasion drop just a tad. This wasn't acceptable for me, as VR games require a constant 90 FPS. Otherwise, you'll get disorientated quickly, which happened to me at this setting. I was disappointed that I couldn't play it high, as this is a powerful machine. That said, playing at medium, the game still looked absolutely gorgeous. For example, there was a moment when I went past a subway map and couldn't help but think that the sign looked almost lifelike in front of me, or at the beginning of the game when I played around with a video camera or a pen. It was beautiful. Small details on everyday items is very apparent here. Valve have spent a lot of time on just the small things here. My HTC Vive headset is kind of a first-gen VR product and is no longer on sale too. HTC have since replaced it with the Vive Cosmos. Anyway, the Vive tracking system is still fine. What's worse, of course, is the lower resolution display, 2160 by 1200. Surprisingly, it looks good here though. Dark areas were great, good contrast between light and dark areas, reading text was fine, shooting enemies from close and far felt great, even though I'm terrible at shooting. I'm so bad, just awful, but it was so fun. The only issue was the controllers, which are a little awkward with the tracking puck on top. Often I'd knock the controller when reloading. And yeah, that's my experience running Half-Life Alyx on my 5K iMac. I'm disappointed that I couldn't play at high settings, but still at medium, it looks great, and I'm really surprised that this old headset is actually supported here in the first place. Props to Valve for bringing support to older hardware. Anyway, are you going to play Half-Life Alyx on your Mac? If so, which headset will you use? Let me know in the comments. I know this video was different from the norm, but I'm a huge Half-Life fan and wanted to experience it on my iMac and share it with you guys. Leave a like as it helps the channel, and subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss future uploads. Anyway, thanks for watching.